Thokozani. Thokozani. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. It's a very warm Monday. It's very beautiful. It's a beautiful Monday, it is. Yeah. Ngiyabingelela. Ngibingelela kuyena wonke umuntu ongenile esilwaneni. Nganibingelela nonke esilwaneni. As I promised, ngizozama by all means ukuthi ngibuye Monday regardless of how busy I might be. Ngibuyile ke Magedla. On our previous live, our previous talk, that is, which was on Friday at 6 o'clock and midnight. Angibonge kena wonke umuntu who participated, who watched the live in real time. Ngiyabonga. Not saying that kulaba abayibukele later on kukhona into wrong. Sengibonga nje ukuthi bakhona abantu who participate. I really appreciate that. I don't say that enough. It's a Monday. It's a Monday. One of the busiest of days after a weekend. It's learning, especially around this time. We were talking about the do's and don'ts ekuthwaseni. And 6 o'clock we were talking dreams and dream translation. At 12 o'clock we said dreams, dream translations, and the do's and don'ts, especially the do's ekuthwaseni. We focused a lot on those. But before I continue, I'm still on the do's. I'll shift a bit on the don'ts. Just to notify everyone. Wednesday, I will not be here. I won't be going live Wednesday. Friday, I'm coming back to PE, but still, based on depending on the time I get home, will determine if I go live or not. So might see you all Friday midnight. So it will be a Friday midnight. I'm sure by that time I'll be at home. I'm not sure I'll be at home busy or not. Kuloko Magedla bengithi mandi notify abantu because I did tell you that it's going to be very busy for me, and then I'm not sure as to what I will be and will be not doing. Will and will not be doing. English. So a recap. Do's and don'ts ekuthwaseni. The do's. I said mumuntu ongena ekuthwaseni. Noma seke wathwasa ngaphambili. Noma umuntu oqala ukuyithabatha le journey. As you embark on the journey of Twasa, ensure yourself these 3 things. You listen to everything, every instruction. Listen to everything, and ask, and talk less. The less you speak, the better you'll be, and that will make your journey far more easier. So those are the do's, and those they craft indlela okuhamba ngayona that will ensure that uzoba sangoma that gets any and every information that comes your way. Esilwaneni siyathokoza ngune ngiyabonga ngiyabingelela. Ngiyabonga Sithathu kakhulu Gedla. On that note, I'm on the do's and don'ts. Now, the don'ts ekuthwaseni. The don'ts ekuthwaseni, I referred to indima zegodlo. I had a reason to referring to indima zegodlo. One of those reasons was acquaintanceship. Sibantu abathwasayo. Sithwasa kwigodlo ngeigodlo ezahlukile. Kwesangakithi. Let's say maybe there were 29 of you. It's unrealistic to assume that you can't be acquainted with people lapho thwasa khona. But be mindful of the things you all share. Be mindful of the things. It goes back to the talk. Be careful of what you say. When you say it, where you say it, to whom you say it to. Be careful. Ngoba sihlangabezana nenkinga. Now I'm defending amakobela ke. Simakobela sihlangabezana nenkinga zemathwasa who interpret dreams to each other before they tell ukobela about the dream. And this has proven to be very, very painful to the process yalo muntu who told the dream. Whether it be to your friend or umfowenu, if I might say, then to the kobela. It will hurt you. It will hurt you, the person who's telling someone else this outside ukobela. Not giving too much credit, maybe you feel that this person might understand you better. Yes, they might understand, because during the point where you form your acquaintanceship, you guys will understand and respect each other, maybe even far more better than you do ikobela. But now, take this into mind. You both came here for help from one person, and it is this person that you are neglecting and focusing on each other. That you forget this person's duty. That's where the downfall begins. So be mindful, very mindful of what you say and to whom you say it to. Regardless if that person you regard as a friend or mfowenu or brother or sister, lapho thwasa khona, be mindful of what you say. You see. And another don't. Amathwasa avakachayo. I can't explain this where omunye umuntu ongenguye umgcaleka would understand. I'll try and explain though. Makela, today I will not be doing an hour. It will be only 30 minutes. It's going to be 30 minutes, so I'll come back to you guys and I'll leave a message for you guys, so please bear. Okay. Ukuvakasha. Mewuthwasa ukuvakasha is problematic. Ngoba the path in which you're in is regarded as ipath ehlambulukile. Futhi umoya kathwasa ubabuthathaka, well I think I can put it that way. Umoya kathwasa ubabuthathaka at that state lapho ithwasa eliqebulela yonke nje into. Especially after the first first 2 weeks to a month ungenile ekuthwaseni. This goes back to amathwasa angabambi izandla. Ngune. This goes back to amathwasa angabambi izandla nakho konke nje okunye. They're not holding hands and babatising has a role in which it plays, especially when you're freshmen. So, in the point of having an acquaintance or a friend, if you might, that be something you have to be mindful of too. Because abothwasa bakhamba bovakasha bagcine beyibona izinto lapha, izinto lezi abazikhafulayo, which is formerly known as ukuphulukwa, or which emaqophelwa known as izibhaso. This now becomes a problem ngoba they say things maybe sometimes they can't back up. They see something, they tell the family or the friend that then now the friend wants to know, how can I rid myself of this, or what can I do to change it? You haven't learned much about much. So now that's where you go and cause an imbalance in a family that wasn't expecting it. It is respected as help, but you're not helping. So to avoid certain things, abogogo bangahlangabezana nazo, rather muthwasa ungavakashi, or umuntu ungena kulo muzi beyovakasha khona lapho ezobona umhlobo wakhe or isihlobo sakhe, I don't care. Umuntu lapho uyagijinyelwa, umuntu uyadabuka lapho. People there now don't know how to speak or handle what's happening to them. So rather avoid those things when you embark on the journey yokuthwasa, because they've proven to be problematic endleleni yabantu abaningi. It goes with imithetho. I know some of you might not agree with this, because lapho umuntu aphekwa khona, it's not that important. It's not that important, but if you want ukuba nendlela engenawo amagenqegenqe, it is important. It truly is, and it's something a person needs to pay attention to. Kuloko magela. Still on the do's and don'ts, ekuthwaseni la kwathukela Esilwaneni. Siyakhula lana magela, uzokhafula okuncane, angeke ngihlale kakhulu. Another don't, unless instructed by ugobela. If awuhlale ugodlweni ngoba izimo zokuthwasa ziyehluka, never make the mistake when maybe bakufundisile ngakini ukuthi igobongo livuswa kanjani. I don't know the reason for the gobela, maybe they did. Avoid this. Avoid ukudla igobongo outside the igodlo, unless gobela instructs you to. But this goes back to you asking questions. Gobela instructs you to do something. Ask why. I'd love to know why. And then if Gobela gives you a valid reason, well, it's valid based on your understanding. Every reason is valid if a person understands the reason. Even if the person I'm giving you the reason, knows that it's valid, but it won't have that same value if you struggle to grasp the value of the explanation. So one of the things that a person, hence I'm trying to show you how these things I told you to do are linked. Listen carefully. And then after listening and understanding, ask relevant questions. You see? And talk less. Do only according to the process Ogion. And do according to instructions zenkosi lekuphethe. The do's and don'ts. Thing else to be mindful of, that I think I quickly paused towards indima yemagama. Emagama, I've already said that I think a person who has a question about that needs to go watch. I think my fourth video from this one, where I was talking about indima yamagama, indaba yedlozi ne-translations yedlozi nomnikelo wabantu emagama ekuthwaseni. This could happen nomuntu sekhishiwe egodlweni. So it's nothing a person should worry themselves about if the process is done right. Igama lingadlulisela kuwena after ukhishiwe, maybe mhla ngentwaso, mhla uparula, anytime kodwana umnikazi okudlulisela lona. So please respect that. Ngisho ukuthi thina emagobela, let us respect amadlozi ebantwana esithi thina siyabaphahlela, esithi thina siyabakhulisa, singenzi uqhela, ngoba we have a tendency of saying mina ngineminyaka ngayenza lento angeke ize ingehlule ikwahluleke lapho. So let us please respect idlozi lomunye umuntu, respect the responsibility le dlozi elukunike yona to bring umntwana walo lapho elimdinga khona, hayi lapho wena othanda khona. Let us fulfill indima yemithetho yegodla siphuma kuwo, singenzi izinto zokuthanda. Makela, ngiyabonga. Kukhona futhi okunye kule ndima emathonga engifuna ukunikhafulela kona. Makela, kukhona isimo sabantu abacabanga ukuthi umuntu uthonga only at night. There is no time ukuthonga because there is no time frame kwisimo sokuvakashelwa. There is no time frame kwisimo sokuvakashelwa. That be something that we need harshly to pay attention to. We need to pay attention to this thing. We need to pay attention to this thing. Makela, I need to cut this short. Let me promise you this. I will be back tonight at 12 o'clock for another 30 minutes, but I need to cut this one short. But I'm sure that Wednesday I will not be here and Friday I will not be here. If I am here Friday, it will be midnight, not 6 o'clock. Sorry for the short chat, but it's busy kunabantu lapha, so ngiyabonga. Asibuyele emsebenzini Makela, asibuyele emsebenzini. Thokozani.